Hey guys, here's Feria. Finally done trimming the videos I have posted tonight. Uh, Honestly, I think this is much better than just taking photos of the video while it's playing and just so blurred. Anyways, not uh, not easy, but anyways, something new. I like news. Before I had to discard important parts of the footages because suddenly a bus would show up, so saved by the bus, or a police car or something similar. So I think this would be quite a better alternative. Anyways, now first things now second, I guess. Um, there have been some curiosity about uh, why I use aliases for almost everything. And there has been this impression that the reason for that is to protect myself. Well, of course, if it's about protection or anything else, I always count myself into. And I think what I'm doing is protective for everybody involved and all the places involved because uh, I don't think the names are decisive for anything. What's important is what they represent, so that everybody can somehow identify with them. Anyways, now I have notes. I have a script tonight, and but I have written them a little bit very close to each other. So let's see. Um, anyways, what I had not discussed before about the why, the why part, why I don't reveal the location. Um, Maybe because I hadn't mentioned it because it's somewhere uh, rooted in my subconscious mind, and nag me every now and then with alerts on, oh no, this is not good. Oh yeah, that's good. So it's about one of my countries actually. The things I have learned from the consequences maybe, and I prefer not to repeat the same things in other places because I think if you know that something hurts, but then you have to try to avoid it because you know that's going to hurt other people, so you just don't do it. Anyways, as simple as that. Anyways, it's about one of my countries. Um, the rulers there uh, do whatever suits them, and of course, a very extremely large part of what suits them does not suit the people inside the country, and also not other countries in our solar system. So people inside the country cannot do anything about it. But guess what? That's really interesting. When media broadcasts a news about the country, they do not say, the rulers of the country are doing this or that. They say the country, the name of the country. And politicians address the country as a whole as well. So practically, and it's not only happening there. I have seen, like, for example, we have got now COP gatherings, and there are two countries who are not participating, China and Russia. And nobody says the rulers of Russia or the rulers of China do not participate. They say China and Russia. even though there might be quite a lot of people who support the initiative to help to keep our planet healthy. So you see, there are certain things that do not really match the reality. Anyways, okay, this was not in my script. This the last part. Um, so the end result of using the name of the country, you know, is that in whatever it is, whatever contest, the whole country is held responsible for what uh, a part of people do. So, like the rulers, for example, okay? And this is so not fair. And yes, I think life is fair. I mean, can be fair, it depends on us. So, what happens next is that when, for example, myself, I mention my origin to a person who doesn't know me, a sort of tsunami kicks in the in the mind of the person, I guess, the one in front of me. And as next, I'm packaged and labeled based on what the I can't read this. What the Practically what that person thinks. Okay, so I have come to terms with the superficiality of the reactions because I know many countries do not effectively encourage their citizens to think independently, ask questions, and expect a real response. So, like not only countries, like I have not studied religions, but I have heard that religions do not like back and forth question and answers either. And at some point, resort to stuff like, oh, this is how it's done. So, governments are too busy with other things they consider higher priority. But in Sweden, though, they have found a way to teach at schools to question everything and expect a real response. That's a really good culture. Um, Take Greta Thunberg, a person in her condition with some health issues would never be taken seriously in any other country. And she is so confident and she knows exactly what she's talking about, and she's really good at it. Um, I have met also some Swedes at work, and I have to say, I am a total fan, and I really love that. They disappoint anybody who tries to rewire them. That's absolutely fun to watch. So, if I mention um, the name of the country where all this is happening, the name will include every single person in here, or maybe even some other things that are here, like plants or nature or whatever it is. Okay, so this is a total injustice. What is happening to me is the product of few psychopaths and some chronic pawns. They do not represent this country and many, many good people who live in it. And who and those people do not deserve to be marked because of some criminals. Uh, Actually, at this point, I have to say thank you to those who helped me consciously, despite the risks, and those who helped me unconsciously. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, anyways, for example, look, one of the bad things could happen. One of the gossips Section 1 had spreaded about me was based on me being a mighty terrorist and spy. So they could do that because of the label. Imagine a person from this country goes on a vacation, meets somebody who has listened to my recordings, or maybe some other similar stuff from some other people, and then labels that person as bullies, psychopaths, or whatever impression they have got about this country through this page or other sources. Well, um, not on my watch, really. So, and then another aspect is, as I have already mentioned many times, I guess, maybe too many times, I'm looking to focus listeners' attention to what is happening versus where it is happening. This page is not a tablet. The information are supposed to help to recognize this criminal activity wherever it happens and kick their asses, hopefully, in each part of the world they surface. Yes. So now let's have a look at a sort of keep an eye on it part. There is one thing maybe I never mentioned. I'm not sure, there have been so many recordings. Um, when you should notice that the annoyance is extended to many areas of your life, um, it's very probable that you're dealing with the similars of Section 1 and Section 2. It starts very often in workplace. If this is the case for you, uh, the chances are they have done it a few times before and have already a system in place uh, to deal with it in a way that having some people in their pockets or making them to help them um, for other reasons. So, in case one of the targets does not behave and decides to complain, they block them. They block the target right away with delays, bad information, or no information. Um, Take my case, for example. So I was quite a rookie when I raised complaint. I had never done that in my life anywhere. And no, I'm not that rookie anyways. And if you're like me, or even if you're not, check this out. Um, since I raised the complaint, I asked a few questions. I mean, by email, of course. Um, and made some changes. Some of questions were answered and some were not. And last week, I decided to confirm some changes I had requested long time ago. And guess what? This is where the bomb is dropped. Um, Apparently, a very important, I mean, a very important, very, very important change I had requested was not possible to make. And I got this news 40 days after I requested that change. So it jeopardizes the whole case completely. Anyways, I would say that this makes sense though, you know. So if you're somebody who throws stones at many, um, you might have been in the situation that they throw that back at you sometimes. So what you do is you throw the stone and keep a shield right there so that if somebody dares to throw the stone back at you, then you raise the shield. So in these circumstances, do not count on authorities, especially the on lower and mid levels, but try to keep an open mind at the same time because there are a lot of honest people. Most people are very honest in every field they work. I know it's hard and it's very difficult um, to come by, to test everybody in a certain environment, but the truth is a lot of people are really nice and are really good. Anyways, just hope the best. Maybe the good ones come your way. And something very important, check and confirm everything very closely in written. Definitely that. Um, then something that can be really interesting if you note down exactly uh, uh, the sequences of each happening, um, is that you will see a sort of, dots connecting to each other. Um, I know taking down notes is not really pleasant, but you need to do it all the time um, because, as I said, it could really be very interesting. Um, After I received the news, the bomb, um, I emailed them back and asking a few questions and requesting to um, um, open an investigation about the delay and some other questions. Well, these kind of questions are not very desirable for any institution anyways, but well, uh, uncomfortable. But circumstances cannot avoid this kind of situations anyways. So the day after that, uh, the skunks did not come by in their normal rhythm. My manager, who had uh, messaged me through my colleague and never herself, and had never responded to my emails in regard to work, of course, um, emailed me including a 15 euros voucher, 15, for my hard work. So what uh, hard work in regard to what? Well, I work hard because I really like to help people, but well, it raised some eyebrows. Well, I have only two anyway, so um, anyways, I acknowledged her efforts and declined it for few reasons that I would not like to discuss it here. And then a little bit later, the skunks, mobiles, bikes, and everything did put quite a show off. And of course, I had also some software issues, just for fun, I think. Anyways, taking notes is not fun. It's not fun, but totally crucial. Um, and do it, and you will definitely not regret it. So I have posted some pictures and some videos. The whole duration of those recordings were, let me tell you, well, I think it was like 12 minutes. And in those 12 minutes, you will see parties, I mean, skunk parties, and you will see skunk bikes and similar. There was another footage I couldn't trim because it was way too close to a bus. Well, saved by the bus again. So, thank you guys. It's great you are here with me, and it was a real pleasure. So, talk to you later.